Hello, everyone. It's Kayla here. Welcome back to the Creative Podcast. And today we're going to be talking about Pinterest girl must-haves, the essentials to being a Pinterest girl, things that will make you feel like you are literally living in a Pinterest board, okay? Today's opening line is, it's not having what you want, it's wanting what you have. That is from a song called I'm Gonna Soak Up the Sun. I don't actually know if that's the name of the song. I probably should have looked that up. But that's the chorus of the song, and I'm pretty sure you've heard it before. I'm not going to sing it right now. But yeah, very good saying. It's not having what you want, it's wanting what you have. I also wanted to thank you guys for almost getting us to 600 plays. Okay, that is freaking amazing. 600 listens to my voice. I appreciate each and every one of you, and thank you so much for listening and sharing with your friends always. And as always, my social medias and extra plugs are in the description below. But without further ado, let's get into this fun episode. Okay, so before we get into the highs and lows, I'm going to set the scene for you all a little bit, because today I am not doing a visual of the podcast because you'll understand why in a second, okay? I'm sitting in bed, I have my bonnet on, I have a big t-shirt on, I just came out of a bath. It's literally 12:39 a.m., okay? It's nighttime, it's deep nighttime. But I wanted to get this podcast out before the end of this week because I'm supposed to be posting bi-weekly or whatever. Anywho, I've got my laptop open in front of me. I don't really have a drink, but I don't think I'll need one, to be honest. I just had dinner and stuff. So yeah, life is good. It's very serene, very calm right now. I've got some lights, some LED lights going. And I am enjoying my evening. I was watching Love Island USA because y'all know I am addicted, okay? I was trying to catch up on the episodes because I fell behind a little bit. Still haven't caught up, but that's okay. I will probably catch up tomorrow. So yeah, that's setting the scene for how my evening went. I had mac and cheese and salad with chopped strawberries on top. A little strange meal, but it was delicious and hearty, and I'm full, so that's all that freaking matters. And I also had Welch's mango twist juice. Okay, so that's enough of setting the scene. Let's get into the highs and the lows of the past couple of weeks. So basically, my last episode, I was completely going on about, my mental health and life changes and stuff. So I'm going to keep the highs and lows kind of short this week, but things have occurred in my little brain and I want to share. Okay, so we'll start off with the lows because they're looking kind of thick this week. I'm not going to lie. They usually don't look this thick. But apparently I had a lot to say. So one of my lows is that I'm kind of feeling like sometimes I'm like forcing people to be interested in or to watch my content. I just get like a little bit of guilt of like posting so much and like, I don't know, just making myself known and taking up space on the internet. I feel like I get a little bit guilty and I feel like sometimes I am forcing my content down people's throat, but I know that's not true and I know that's completely irrational because I literally don't even post every single day, at least not on the same platform. I might post on a different platform every day, but like I don't think I'm actually suffocating people. You can let me know if I'm suffocating you with my content, but like I'm pretty sure it's irrational and it's just me feeling guilty for like taking up space even though I really shouldn't. Like there's an abundance of space and room for me and what I create in this world, so I just need to like tighten up a little bit on that and not be so hard on myself. And I'm also like comparing myself a little bit too much to other creators and like how much they post and like what their engagement is like and stuff like that. But I can't do that because honestly, at this point, I have been a content creator for going on 3 years. It's like I've had too much skin in the game. Like, for me to still be comparing myself so much to other people and comparing my journey to theirs, because it just doesn't make any sense. Like, obviously, I haven't freaking blown up, like how other creators might have. But that's okay, I will find my audience in my own time, Another low is I've been having anxiety about doing less. Ever since I stopped working, I've just been feeling the urge to like make every day count and find ways to overwork myself. Since I'm not being overworked by anyone else, any external factor. No external is overworking me. So internally, I'm like, okay, let's rev it up. Let's overwork yourself. Let's stress yourself out. But that literally doesn't make any sense, because one of the reasons why I'm no longer where I was is because I was a little bit stressed and overworked. So it's kind of like, why are we trying to revert back to that? Because it's comfortable? Like, you want to be overworked because it feels comfortable and it feels like it's right and it's a part of your routine. No, like, I have to break out of that routine. That's not for me. I'm not to be overworked. I'm really trying to learn how to not stress myself out. Like, success doesn't equal stress. I have to learn to pull those two things apart. I think I've kind of like merged them together most of my life. Like, being successful means that you have to be a little bit stressed, but honestly, I don't think that's true. So, yeah, it's not really fair to myself to beat myself up and be like, no, you shouldn't rest. Like, you shouldn't take this time, as if I haven't been working for the past 7 months. Like, I owe to myself, The last low is I haven't really been like trusting myself or trusting God about the decisions that I'm making. And I've just been kind of like doubting myself. But honestly, like, I'm just like, one side of me is doubting myself, and then the other part is like, what is there to doubt about? Like, whether or not the decisions that I'm making for myself right now are good or bad is literally up to me. Like, it's not up to anybody else to dictate what decisions are good or bad for me besides for God. So, like, between me and him, like, it's literally up to us. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like I shouldn't be seeking like outside approval of the decisions that I'm making for myself. I just need to be secure in myself and know like that what I'm doing is right. Like, I'm going on the right path and like I'm making the right choices for myself. I don't know if that makes any sense. But yeah, those were the lows. But the highs are that I semi-spontaneously ordered a MacBook Pro. That is the laptop that I was talking about earlier on when I was setting the scene. I got a MacBook Pro 2022, I think. I don't even know. But it's got a touch bar and it's got the M2 chip. And I am just very, very happy with this purchase. Like, y'all don't understand. Like, I've been pretty much borrowing all of the computers that I've been using within the past 2 years, either from work or from school. And that's been fine. But after I left my job, I had to give the MacBook Air that they let me borrow for work back. But I had been using that for like content creation and school and everything. And after I gave that back, I was just like, oh shoot, like there's a hole in my life now. Like, it needs to be filled. Like, I need a computer. I need a good, fast, quick working computer. I did have a computer before it was a PC. And that works well for a time, but now it's a little slow and it does not have the capacity to do what I need it to do. And it hasn't had that for a couple years now. Like since I started college, it didn't have that. I couldn't run Photoshop on it. I had to borrow a computer for Photoshop. So now I finally invested in myself, invested in my future, and just got a nice, sturdy, durable computer that I know will be quick, that I know will do everything that I need for it to do, no questions about it. And so I can stop like struggling to make content and like editing everything on my phone all the time. And, you know, like I have my iPad and that works really well, but again, that can only do so much. A computer is like really something that I've been needing. So now I have the trio. I have the Apple Trinity. I've got the MacBook, the iPad, and my iPhone, and it's just working so well together. So if you're thinking about getting a new computer or device or whatever, honestly, I have been turned. I was a PC Android girl for the longest, and now here I am with the Trinity. It all works so well together. It's so smooth and efficient. I just love it. Chef's kiss for Apple. I cannot rave enough, as if people don't already rave about Apple. But anyways, moving on from the MacBook, I cannot stop talking about it. I am considering my 21st birthday plans. I like to think and plan ahead. My birthday is October 1st. So I want to kind of have like an idea of what I'm doing for my birthday, who I'm inviting to different things and different events that I'd like to host. But overall, I definitely want to give like Princess Mia from the Princess Diaries vibes. You remember like in Princess Diaries 2, I'm pretty sure she turned 21 or 22 or something like that. It's just like that era, you know, the way she dressed, the way she carried herself, you know. But then also a little sprinkle of Audrey Hepburn from Breakfast at Tiffany's, you know, that very classy lady vibe. Like that's kind of what I want to go for because I'm a classy lady, you know. I'm going to be 21. I cannot freaking believe that. Like time literally doesn't exist at this point. It doesn't. But I'm super excited. I am excited to have a margarita, a strawberry daiquiri in hand. You have no idea. I've been talking about this literally since the beginning of the year. The moment I have my margarita in hand, I will be content. So I am thinking of my birthday plans and stuff that I want to do. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have like a little dinner with my family at a casino. And then we're going to like hit the slots or whatever, you know, because I could gamble. The age to gamble in Florida is 21, at least at the slots. You could do like card games, but I don't know how to do card games. So we're going to like gamble and eat and have fun and drink. And that's going to be really nice because my family has literally been waiting for me to be 21 like since I turned 18. And then with my friends, I'm not really sure. Like I was going to have a gag birthday party and have a party at Chuck E. Cheese. But I'm not really sure if I want to do that. Like I'm not 100% sold on that. I don't know. Maybe I'll do that with just a couple friends. And not like all my friends, but we'll see. I was thinking of just doing a little funny gag. You know, I'm 21, but I'm having a party at Chuck E. Cheese and we're going to get drunk off like little wine coolers that they sell and beer. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, the last high for this week is that I am absolutely obsessed with everything like hyper feminine. Like I'm obsessed with pink. I'm obsessed with sparkly things. I'm obsessed with heels. I think that's why I'm feeling that Princess Mia, Audrey Hepburn kind of vibe for my birthday. Like I'm obsessed with London Tipton. Like you should see my Pinterest board. It's so pink and glittery and just it's everything, and macarons and Paris and like I don't know. I'm just going through it with the whole hyper femininity thing. I watched this video the other day. Oh my gosh, I can't even remember what the video was. I think it was from Shan's Beer, if I'm saying her name right. She's a commentator on YouTube, and she was basically breaking down like hyperfemininity and how it's been used in the media to like demonize like women who like pink and women who like to get dressed up, and like how just in movies and stuff, the mean girl, the evil girl, the ditz, the bimbo, you know, all of these like negative connotations for women, they're always like fully decked out in pink. You know, they love glitter, they love fashion, they love to dress up, they love beauty, you know, all of that. So anyways, not to go on a tangent, but just got me like more interested in just hyper feminine things and like being okay with liking the color pink, because for the longest I was one of those girls who was like, you know, I'm not gonna like pink just because everybody else likes pink. Like, why? I love pink. I still love yellow. Yellow will always be my favorite color, I feel like, but pink is like so freaking cute, and I like feathers and satin and fluff and sparkles, and like, it's totally okay to like that stuff. It doesn't make you vain or vapid or whatever the heck, you know, like F that. I don't know. Anyways, not to go on a tangent about hyperfemininity. I could do a totally different episode about that. I probably will, because I'm very passionate about it, as you could tell. But let's get into the thick of this episode, which is Pinterest That Girl, or Pinterest Girl must-haves. Okay, so I know I usually cover kind of more serious topics and like give advice and stuff like that, but I didn't really feel like doing that this week. Today we're going to have a more fun discussion about some superficial things, you know, because on the topic of femininity and hyperfemininity, like, it's okay for me to both talk about freaking claw clips and mini purses and tote bags, but then on the next episode talk about, you know, social constructs. Like, it's fine for me to have both of those interests and for me to discuss both of those things, because this is my freaking podcast and I do what I want, okay? So I'm just going to talk about things that I personally like to indulge in, things that I have seen all over my Pinterest, that kind of just formulate like that Pinterest girl aesthetic. You know what I'm talking about. If you're listening to this episode, you 100% know what I mean. Not even just the that girl aesthetic, like that girl, Pinterest girl, downtown girl, which is a newer one to me. And if you want the less superficial version of this episode, I put one out a couple months ago about all of the inner work and mental health and things that you can do to feel like that girl, and, you know, everything that doesn't have to do with like material things, which is still very important to me, like not glorifying the material parts of being a Pinterest girl or being that girl, but also doing the inner work and actually feeling like you are that girl. You know what I mean? So yeah, you can go back and listen to that if you'd like. So to get into it, let's start off with the Urban Dictionary definition of Pinterest girl. I had a hard time finding the definition of Pinterest girl. I'm not going to lie. I don't know why it's not really out there. But here's a funny one that I found. So this person said, Pinterest girl core checklist: heart-shaped cookie dough, tanned skinny white girls, auras, vine walls, crystals, that heart picture, you are hot, in quotes, and whisper the app. The way that they used it in a sentence is, what title do you prefer? Main character energy or dancing with your soulmate in the kitchen to old love songs? It's for my Spotify playlist. This is them asking someone else. And their responses, for fricks, I'm going to say fricks. I'm not going to curse because I don't want to have to put the explicit sign on this. For frick's sake, you are into Pinterest girl core as well. So basically what they're saying is, you know, the checklist is certain heart shapes and white girls and auras and the vine walls in your room and, all of that stuff. But I'm going to try and highlight things that are a little bit different from those things, but also still emulate like that Pinteresty vibe. So I'm going to start off with cute accessories. Cute accessories are very, very, very key to getting that look. Sunglasses, cute sunglasses, whether they're like the sporty ones or like the really tiny mini ones or tinted ones that are like pink or blue, any cute sunglasses. Claw clips, 100% necessary. I know it's hard for us Black girls to pull off the claw clip look because our hair is just different. It's not built that way. But if ever you have like twists in your hair or braids or something like that, definitely, like every time I have twists or braids or anything, I use that time to pull out all of my cute claw clips and show them off to the world. Because I can't do that with my afro. Mini purses, like I mentioned before, the little mini shoulder bags that they're just so cute. Like I have one that was a hand-me-down from my mom from Coach. Coach mini purses are unmatched. Just absolutely adorable. I love everything about them. And they fit just enough in there. They always fit just enough. I can never overpack a mini purse. And it never feels super heavy on my shoulder either. Tote bags. This is a controversial one because tote bags are really not the most efficient bag. Like, unless you have a smaller bag in your tote bag for like tiny items that could easily get lost in there, it's very hard to carry a tote bag. So what I do is usually when I carry a tote bag, I put like only large things in there, like my iPad, my laptop, my chargers and stuff like that. And then I will have like a separate fanny pack or something that I just like stick down in the tote bag with all of my tiny essentials like lip gloss and my keys and stuff that could easily get lost at the bottom of the tote bag, because y'all have seen those videos about the tote bag girls like digging through their bag trying to find their lip gloss or their chapstick or their keys. And it's not fun, okay? It's not fun. Tote bags are cute, but they are not the most efficient. So that's my little tip for y'all there if you are struggling with your tote bags. Jewelry. Okay, I know you've seen the Vivienne Westwood necklace a million times on Pinterest, but like cute little beaded jewelry, like homemade best friend bracelets or different cool earrings. Like I love funky earrings. Like I know y'all have seen the cherry earrings or like the little earrings where it looks like something's jumping through your ear, just like, I don't know, different cool stuff like that you don't normally see, you will see on Pinterest. But that stuff definitely exists. So like if you see it on Pinterest, I 100% recommend commenting and asking where it's from if they don't say where it's from on the post itself. Or if not, just Google image search it. I've done that so many times. Just Google image search whatever it is, and 9 times out of 10 you will find it. Or you can just make it yourself, which is even freaking better. So yeah, sorry, I'm getting distracted because I'm looking at Pinterest. Let's not do that while we're recording an episode. Okay. Cute phone cases. I have never heard anyone personally call out how important it is for a Pinterest girl to have a cute phone case, because as you know, Pinterest girls are taking selfies and they're taking like mirror pics and stuff like that. So when you're taking your mirror pics and your selfies, you want your phone case to be freaking cute, right? To be like, if it's in the picture, you want it to be cute. You want it to match the vibe. If you're cute, then the phone case should be cute. So I know a lot of people like Wildflower, But Wildflower phone cases are not cheap. They're expensive. I will be the first to say it, okay? Because no one else has. Wildflower is expensive unless it's on sale, which it's probably not, because most of the most popular iPhone model cases on that website are never on sale. You can make your own. I have countless times taken inspiration from Wildflower cases. Actually, my current case that I have right now is inspired by a Wildflower case. And I will literally make my own phone case. I get a piece of printer paper, I get my Sharpies, and sometimes a little bit of paint, and I make whatever I want to make, and I stick it in a clear phone case, and boom, I have the cutest phone case ever. And it only took me maybe an hour or two, depending on how intricate I want to be with it. And I get so many questions about where they're from, and like, I get complimented on them, and people are like, oh my gosh, I love your phone case. Like, where'd you get it? And I'm like, girl, I made it, okay? I made it. Free 99, a little bit of paint, a little bit of Sharpies, good to go. And I absolutely love that I can personalize them. Like, I always put my little Instagram tag at KCreates on there, my Instagram, my YouTube, my Pinterest, literally my everything. I always put that on my phone case just so when I'm taking mirror selfies and stuff, you can kind of see it. And of course, I'm going to post it on my Instagram. So it just coincides and it works. So yeah, cute phone cases are literally essential. You don't have to make them, but if you're cheap like me and you don't want to spend $30 on one phone case and you want to kind of switch them out often, definitely make them yourself. I switch out my phone case for like every season. So I made a new one for summer. I'm going to make a new one for this fall. And then a new one for like winter/Christmas time. You know the vibes. Okay, so that's it for accessories. There's probably a million more I can go through, but if you guys want a part 2 of this episode, let me know and I will definitely do a part 2. And I don't know, we can pick my brain a little bit more about this whole Pinterest girl aesthetic. Okay, so clothing. I didn't write down much on clothing because, like, depending on what side of Pinterest you're on, there's just so many different variations of clothing styles, but these are pretty universal ones that I've seen across multiple Pinterest girl aesthetics. Like, these are the basis, okay? So first and foremost, cute and comfy PJs. That is one thing that I have seen uniformly across multiple pictures. It's that girls have like really cute, like dainty little PJ sets. You know, they've got like the cute little tank top that's a little bit cropped. They've got the cute little shorts that have like the frillies at the bottom and like little floral prints and stuff like that. Like very cute, very comfortable, relaxed vibe, but not sloppy relaxed. It's like the cutest version of relaxed. Another thing is athleisure. So yoga pants, leggings not so much, but yoga pants definitely. Sophie shorts, if you know what Sophie shorts are, you were probably a cheerleader or a dancer, but they're like those really soft, almost like playground shorts that we would wear as kids. And they come in like a bunch of different colors that are like sometimes bright or sometimes neutral. I actually need to get me a couple pairs of Sophie shorts because they're so freaking comfortable. But you can pull off Sophie shorts not just as like PJs, but also like going out, you know? It's that like, oh, I'm wearing my PJ pants from last night, but I'm throwing on a cool t-shirt and I'm running to go get coffee type of vibe, you know? That's the vibe. Speaking of cool t-shirts, having different t-shirts from like, I don't know, from places that you've been, like different t-shirts from places you've traveled on vacation, or like thrifted t-shirts, or whatever the case may be, like band tees, you know, get into like cool graphics and t-shirts, not just the normal like Forever 21 Walmart graphic tee, but like something with some like intricate fonts or artwork or whatever the case may be, you know? I love seeing cool t-shirts on Pinterest. Like, even if I know I can never have it, like, I just love them. I don't know. Next thing is unique sneakers, not just Air Force Ones. Sneakers can get to be very expensive. I know, but this is a key part of the aesthetic, and I cannot leave it out. I've seen so many different cool, like, custom Nikes and stuff like that on Pinterest. So if you're ever interested in that kind of thing, I definitely say go for it. Not even to fit the aesthetic. Like, just because they're freaking cool and they elevate any outfit, like, get the bright green pair of Nikes. They may not go with everything, but they're freaking cool, and you're gonna freaking cherish them, I'm sure, if you're into that kind of thing. So yeah, don't be afraid to jump out of your comfort zone a little bit when it comes to sneakers. I know we can kind of go for like the same ones over and over, like, okay, it's time for me to get a new pair of Air Force Ones. It's time for me to get a new pair of white Converse. Like, no, let's jump out of our comfort zone a little bit. We don't have to wear the same sneakers. Like, this isn't 2016 with the Adidas All-Stars. We don't all have to wear All-Stars. We can wear different things. Shake it up a little bit. It would be very Pinterest girl of you, I must say. Okay, so moving out of accessories and clothing, we're going to go more into the lifestyle aspects of things. Okay, so one thing I noticed is Pinterest girls always have a daily drink of choice, whether it's matcha, and that's iced or hot, or coffee, also iced or hot, a smoothie, or a green juice. It's of those. That's what you have to choose from, you know? You've got the cute little matcha picks with like the little heart-shaped ice cubes, you know, the matcha latte. And then you've got like the coffee picks of their Starbucks in the morning, you know, or the smoothie picks with like the smoothie that's like bright pink in the mason jar with the cute little reusable metal straw. And then the green juice, kind of the same vibe as the smoothie. You know, having a daily drink of choice that's just cute, that's a little bit aesthetic, that makes you feel like you're living some kind of lavish lifestyle, you know. Even if you don't buy it, even if you make it yourself, it still gives you that like luxury life feeling, like, oh, I am not just drinking plain old water. I am not just drinking plain old OJ, okay? Water is still good for you. You still have to hydrate. But you are drinking like this fancy, you know, whatever. You get what I mean? It's having a daily drink of choice. Next little section is entertainment. So I feel like Pinterest girlies have specific sources of entertainment that kind of are uniform and it can get a little bit repetitive and boring, but I'm still going to go with them anyway because that's literally what we're doing. We're breaking down an aesthetic. So it is going to be repetitive and a little boring. So be it. They have go-to podcasts and playlists. So I'm a Spotify girly. I know some people are hardcore Apple Music, hardcore YouTube Music, but I do the Spotify, okay? So on Spotify, you know, you have your list of podcasts that you listen to. Most of the time, I've noticed Pinterest girls listen to like either self-help podcast or like women empowerment podcast or podcast like this one that you're listening to now. You know, they just choose a go-to podcast. This could be your go-to podcast if you'd like for your little hot girl walks. That's what they call going on a walk. Pinterest girls, you know, hot girl walks. This could be your hot girl walk podcast, okay? I'm fine with that. I am totally signing off on that. But yeah, they have like a go-to podcast or they create a cute little playlist that has like a certain vibe to it and they put like a cute Pinterest picture as the playlist cover and maybe they call it Hot Girl Walk playlist, or maybe they call it something like the Urban Dictionary definition said, like main character energy, or dancing with my soulmate in the kitchen, but they have like certain go-to podcasts and playlists that they have set up for themselves, that all just kind of match like a similar vibe and a similar energy. Okay, next, the ones who are into reading, not all Pinterest girls are into reading, but the ones who are into reading mostly read self-help books, which I'm not a huge fan of. I'm not gonna lie, I do not love self-help books that much. I don't know why, they just don't do it for me. They just don't do it for me. I feel like the people are like lying, or they don't know what they're talking about. Maybe that's controversial. Maybe I will come out with a self-help book and end up being a hypocrite one day, but whatever. They read self-help books. I can't even tell you like the name of one. Oh, probably Atomic Habits. Like that's a real popular one that I'm never gonna read. Yeah, self-help books. And then they also read romance books by Miss Colleen Hoover. Now, Colleen Hoover, I have read some of her books, and she is a very talented writer. So those I would 100% recommend. It Ends With Us, I would 100% recommend. I'm pretty sure I've recommended that on this podcast already, but I'm going to recommend it again because the second book is coming out in October, and I'm so freaking excited for it. Anyways, I'm not getting on a rampage about that, but romance books are literally so good. Such a change of pace from like nonfiction-y self-help books. If you're not really into that, like I'm not, romance is the way to go, okay? It will for sure take you on a roller coaster ride. Another book that I have to recommend is The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Literally, ooh, that book had me in my feels, okay? It had me in my feels. I'm just gonna say that. Next up for entertainment, journaling. Journaling is like step one to being a Pinterest girl. Do I personally journal? Not really. I like to quote unquote journal in my notes section on my phone. That's where my journaling happens. I don't really like, the whole pen and paper, sit down and write type of thing. Not my speed. I like to be able to write whatever I'm thinking, wherever I am, whenever it is, and not have to wait for pen and paper to do that, and like wait for a certain time of day and all of that. So yeah, but that's something that the Pinterest girlies are into. And it's most likely the daily 5-minute journal. I'm pretty sure you've seen it. It's been like everywhere. It says 5-minute journal on the cover in like pretty gold font, and it comes in different colors like pink or white or something. I don't really know. But yeah, I've kind of seen some of the 5-minute journal prompts. I won't say that I personally recommend it for people who like to write a lot and like to kind of like spill their guts onto a piece of paper. Like it's more so short form writing. So if you want something quick, like it says 5 minutes, and literally that's it, and not to go into too much depth, then I would recommend it. But I heard like it's just not good for like really pouring out your feelings, and I'm a pour out your feelings type of person. Like I have to explain literally every tiny little thing. Like I can't just answer a question straightforwardly, unfortunately. So yeah, that's my little spiel on journaling. And last but not least, TV shows. I'm not getting into movies because I feel like that's just like too broad. But for TV shows that Pinterest girls like, we have Gilmore Girls, okay? Literally the staple for fall Pinterest girldom, okay? If it's fall and you're on Pinterest and you're not seeing a Gilmore Girls pic with a cup of pumpkin spice coffee or something, then I don't know what's going on with your Pinterest. Something's up, okay? That's literally what I see every single fall, without a doubt. Next show that I've seen is Sex and the City. having that cup of coffee on their MacBook is Sex and the City. Same thing with Gossip Girl and Friends. So those are some shows that I think Pinterest girls are really into. I haven't personally seen much of Gossip Girl or Friends, but I have seen a little bit of Gilmore Girls and Sex and the City. My favorite out of all of them would have to be Sex and the City. I cannot lie. I feel like that one has the most spice to it. So yeah. And next category, moving out of entertainment, is cosmetics. So I am not that into makeup. As you all know, I don't do makeup all that much. Neither do the Pinterest girls, though. The girls who are like into that girl and all of that, they keep it very light and very simple. So I appreciate that, and I can fall in line with that. First thing I have up is lip glosses, or like little lip tints, lip balms, lip masks, you know, like the Laneige lip mask. I hope I said that right. Or like Glossier, you know, sparkly or glossy. You can go the sparkly route and get like into really glittery lip glosses. I have this super glittery one from Bath and Body Works that I absolutely love, that my friend Erica gave me. It's so good. It's so sparkly. It's so pink. It's everything. Or you can go for like the classic glossy look, just a light toned pink gloss or a completely clear gloss, whatever the case may be. Lip gloss is essential, okay? I'm starting to see a little bit more lipstick pop up. I feel like traditionally people in our age group, like Gen Zs, don't really wear lipstick that much, but I'm personally getting into lipstick. I just bought a red one the other day, and I don't know, it makes me feel like a lady. Like, it makes me feel more grown up to wear a lipstick versus a lip gloss. I don't know what it is about it. Like, just whipping out a lipstick, taking the cap off, you know, turning it and like apply. I don't know. It's a whole experience. So yeah, maybe try getting into lipsticks. Like, maybe not red if you don't want to go too bold starting out. Maybe like a neutral or like a brown if that looks good on your skin tone, or like a light pink or something like that. You know, something that looks maybe close to the color of your lips, just to start out and just to see if you even like lipstick. Because it is something to get used to. Like, the texture of it is not as hydrating as lip gloss is, of course. So it's a little bit more drying. Unless you find one that's like super hydrating, then great for you. And please let me know what it is. But yeah. Anyways, testing the water with lipstick is great. But I feel like lip gloss is like the Pinterest girl go-to. Next up is cute and funky acrylics. Okay. We're going to talk about how acrylics are not good for your nails, okay? Acrylics are not good for your nails. They're really not. Like, they tear up your nail bed. They tear off your natural nail. However, they're so freaking cute. Like, the different styles and the different like artwork that you can get on your nails is just so adorable. Also, acrylics are really expensive. They can get to be pretty freaking pricey. So I wouldn't recommend getting them done all the time, but like every once in a while, you just have to do it just to, like, I don't know. They make me feel like a princess. Like, I freaking love acrylics. And the thing about me is I have a mother who is a nail technician, so she knows how to do nails, and I get my nails done for free sometimes, and it's just great. I freaking love that. So if you know anybody who does nails, or you even want to get into doing nails, like, definitely go for it. Save that money, because going to the nail salon every 2 weeks and dropping $60 to $80 on a set is not cool, okay? And if you're not into acrylics, then you can get gel manicures. You know, you can sub it out for gel. Gel is really good. It lasts really long, and it's healthier on your nails. So yeah, I wish I was into gel more, but I like the length of acrylics, so I'm gonna stick by them for now. Next is lightly filled in eyebrows. I put in lightly filled in because I feel like Pinterest girls have definitely moved from the 2014 days of like hyper drawing out your eyebrows and like barely blending it out, and it just looks like you drew Sharpie on your eyes. You know, we've moved past that. So it's that natural, lightly filled in look, you know, just a little fill in with a pencil just to like darken your brows and like help them frame out your face a little bit more. And that's pretty much it. I don't even see that Pinterest girls have like a bunch of concealer around their eyes either. Like, I mean, their eyebrows. Like, I don't feel like they really conceal around their brows all that much. It's more of that natural type of look. So, yeah. Lightly filled in brows. And of course, last but not least, I mean, you could add anything else you want to your makeup routine, but this is just the staples. Blush. Blush, 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 blush. Blush. A Pinterest girl is not a Pinterest girl if she ain't wearing blush, okay? The rosy cheeks are everything. I love a good rosy cheek look. Even if I'm not putting anything else on my face, makeup-wise, I'm going to go for the blush first. Okay? It goes lip gloss, then blush. Lip gloss, I barely even consider makeup because I literally wear it every day. But other than lip gloss, next up is blush. Yeah. Blush is literally essential. Like, the rosy, like, sun-kissed cheek look is so beautiful, so glowy, so dewy. And black girls can do it too, okay? It's not just for the fair-skinned bunch. It's also for dark-skinned women. You just have to find the right shade of blush for you. And you should definitely hit up YouTube for that because I had to figure that out on my own. It's a little bit tougher for us out here in these streets, but you know, I got y'all. Blush is for everyone. We should all be wearing and celebrating blush, okay? Because it just makes you look so good. It makes you look so, just so exuberant and youthful. It's amazing. I love it. Anyways, so that's it for cosmetics. Last section is your room, okay? I think people tend to kind of forget about this a little bit when it comes to the Pinterest aesthetic. Like, it can't just be what you wear. It can't just be like how you look. It can't just be what you eat. It also should be your environment as well. Like, your environment is a part of the aesthetic. When you're taking your pictures, what you have in the background and what you have around you and things like that will like also determine if it's the Pinterest girl look, you know? So here are some things that I noticed most in all, probably Pinterest girls have in their room. Plants is number one. You need the greenery, whether it's fake plants because you can't grow plants and you don't have a green thumb, or it's real plants. The greenery, like a nice little potted plant in the corner of your room, or a little plant like on your bedside table or something like that. Just plants. You need a good plant. At least one. I have 3. I have a cactus, and then I have 2 pothos plants that I propagated. I literally took a snippet of the pothos plant off of a vine behind a restaurant, and I stuck it in some water, and boom, I had my own plants. You can do a little bit more research on propagation and things like that. I'm not going to get too much into that. But yeah, plants are so cute, so fun. They are living things, so you have to take care of them if you're going to go for the real ones. If you're going to go for the fake ones, you know, be my guest. But plants are cute. Little trinket dishes, like whether it's handmade, like if you can hand make pottery and stuff, and like, I don't know, just get some clay and make like a cute little heart-shaped dish for your rings and your earrings and jewelry. Little trinket dishes are so stinking cute. And I always see them in Pinterest girls' rooms. You can also like paint them and really get creative with them. Like make them unique and make them similar to your personal style, but they're always cute to have in your room, and it switches it up from the normal, everyday organizational stuff that you might have sitting around. So yeah, a little trinket dish here and there. Next are framed pictures or quotes. Or if you're not into framed things, then just regular pictures and quotes and like posters and art prints and stuff like that. Any kind of wall decor you can have, chef's kiss. Especially if it has like a similar type of vibe to it. Like if the colors look really well together, like pair really well together. Oh my gosh, I'm messing up on my words. Yeah, if the colors of the different art prints you have on your wall pair really well together, or if they're all from like a band that you like, or if if it all has some kind of similarity to it, that makes it like 10 times better. At least that's what I've seen most of the time. And another thing is candles. Candles, number one, are just, they're a vibe because they make your room smell good, okay? I love lighting a good candle. Bath & Body Works is my go-to, but if not Bath & Body Works, then Walmart or Big Lots, or Target. But candles are just so nice to have. Decorative wise, but also to make your room smell good. So getting different shapes of candles. I'm sure you've seen all of the different shapes of candles. Like you can have like a squiggly candle, a heart-shaped candle, a candelabra, just your normal round candle, a short candle, a tall candle. There's just different types of candles. So have fun with it. Like get different like colors and shapes and different candle trays and candle dishes and stuff like that. If you're really into candles, I definitely recommend using them as a form of decor in your room. And it's not like it's permanent decor either. I think that's the best thing about candles. Like you don't have to keep them forever because obviously you're going to light them, you're going to use them, and then they're going to be gone. And then you can find something else. Like if you're really into changing around your room decor a lot, like I am, and you don't like to see the same thing all the time, I highly recommend using candles as like key pieces in your room because you don't have to have them forever. Like they're not permanent. So yeah, that is everything that I have to say about Pinterest girl must-haves. Pinterest, that girl, downtown girl must-haves, if you will. That's all that I've got. For now, I can make more, though. I can do a part 2 of this if you'd like. I feel like I say that in every single episode, but I really can. As always, check out the description box for more from me. Follow my Instagram, my YouTube, my TikTok, my Pinterest, obviously. They are all under Kcreates, CAYCR8S. And yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all on the flip side. Take care of yourselves, be safe, do your mental health checks, take care of your body, your mind, your soul, because you are beautiful and you are worth it, okay? Don't be a stranger, and I will talk to you all in the next one. Bye!